Hello everyone. So today we'll talk about the research aptitude MCQ for the what UGC NET and JRF General Paper 1. So this is a 100 MCQ highly yield questions. Let us talk about the phase 1, which is foundations and types of research. The first question is asked, fundamental research is otherwise called, है ना? Fundamental research को और क्या कहते हैं? तो it is a pure research. Okay, the B option is correct. The fundamental research is also called pure research. Now, which of the following research type aims at immediate application to solve a specific practical problem? Immediate application to solve a specific practical problem is what? This is what action research. Remember this, action research. Now, let us see question number 3rd. The cycle of action research is correctly represented by option A, option B, option C, option D. You can observe properly, but option A is the correct option. Plan, act, observe, reflect. Plan, act, observe, reflect. This is the reflect. This is the main cycle, and this is the correct cycle to do what? For the research, action of research. Now let us see question number 4. Research that is based on direct experience or observation by the researcher is known as theoretical research, empirical research, conceptual research, and historical research. It is empirical research. The option is B is the correct. Which type of research is unstructured, flexible, and open-ended, aiming to understand underlying research reasons and motivations? तो कौन सा ऐसा रिसर्च बोल रहा है जो अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड है, फ्लेक्सिबल है, ओपन एंडेड है ना, एमिंग टू अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, जो भी है. So there is a qualitative research which is satisfying all these conditions. So B is the correct option. Now let us see question number 6. Positivism as an epistemological position is most closely associated with किसके साथ? ये जो epistemological position है ये किसके साथ associated है? तो पॉइंट बी, ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट, क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च मैथड. क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च मैथड. नेक्स्ट, द 7th, पोस्ट पॉजिटिविज्म बिलीव दैट. व्हाट, ये जो पोस्ट पॉजिटिविज्म है ये क्या बिलीव करता है? तो ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट. ह्यूमन नॉलेज इज बेस्ड नॉट ऑन अनचैलेंजेबल फाउंडेशन बट ऑन कंजेक्चर्स. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. लॉन्गिट्यूडनल स्टडीज आर अ सब्जेक्ट टाइप. ये होता है डेवलपमेंटल एंड डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च. नाउ एक्स पोस्ट फैक्टो रिसर्च मीन्स, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? तो इसका मतलब होता है, इसी आप देख सकते हैं, रिसर्च कैरिड आउट आफ्टर द इंसिडेंट हैज़ अकर्ड. इंसिडेंट होने के बाद भी रिसर्च कंटिन्यू चल रहा है. तो 10 नंबर क्वेश्चन देंगे, इन विच द फॉलोइंग रिसर्च, है ना, प्रैक्टिसम्स फोकस is laid in interpreting and understanding social reality rather than predicting it. So this is the option B is the correct, interpretive, है ना, पैरेक्टिव. आप देख सकते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 देखेंगे. अ रिसर्चर स्टडीज द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ अ मिड डे मील स्कीम ऑन स्कूल अटेंडेंस. दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ, ये किस चीज़ का एग्जाम्पल है? जो मिड डे मील वाली स्कीम थी, किस चीज़ का एग्जाम्पल है? तो पॉइंट बी आप देखेंगे, इवोल्यूशन अप्लाइड रिसर्च. Question number 12. The historical research method is distinct because it relies primarily on. ये historic research reliable है ना, ये है rely, actually distinct है because ये relies, ये किस पे rely करते हैं? Primary on. तो option B is the correct option. Primary and secondary historical sources. Question number 3. Internal and external criticism जो होता है are crucial steps in. Option B is the correct. Historic रिसर्च, हिस्टोरिकल जो रिसर्च होता है उसके लिए. क्वेश्चन नंबर 14 देखेंगे. डिडक्टिव रीजनिंग प्रोसीड्स फ्रॉम. ये कहाँ से प्रोसीड होती है? डिडक्टिव रीजनिंग. तो ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट, जनरल टू स्पेसिफिक, जनरल से स्पेसिफिक की ओर. इंडक्टिव रिसर्च रीजनिंग इज मेजरली यूज्ड इन विच फॉर्म ऑफ रिसर्च? तो आप कहेंगे क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च. इंडक्टिव रीजनिंग जो है वो क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च में यूज होती है. नाउ लेट अस सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 16. विच रिसर्च डिजाइन इज यूज टू एस्टैब्लिश अ कॉज एंड इफेक्ट रिलेशनशिप? तो सी, एक्सपेरिमेंटल डिजाइन. फिनोमेनोलॉजी इज अ टर्म एसोसिएटेड विथ. ऑप्शन बी इज क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च. ग्राउंडेड थ्योरी वॉज डेवलप्ड बाय जस्ट ग्लासर एंड स्ट्रॉस. Remember it? No. Question number 19. An ethnographic study is concerned with B. human culture and social interactions. 20 mixed methods research involved. तो ये होता है बी ऑप्शन करेक्ट है, कंबाइनिंग क्वालिटेटिव है ना एंड क्वांटिटेटिव डेटा कलेक्शन एनालिसिस. नाउ लेट अस सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 21. Explanatory research answers which of the following question? Why? Explanatory. Let us see, and this is why. Now let us see question number 22. Exploratory research is most commonly conducted when? Option B. The problem is new or vague, requiring initial formalities या familiarities जो भी हम बोल रहे हैं. 23 है which one of the following is an assumption of the positivism है ना paradigm. So this is a C is the correct option. Object reality exists independently of a human perception. Now let us see question number 24. Case study research focused on. जो case study research होता है किस पे focus करता है? So option B is the correct. In an in-depth study of a bounded system, individual, group or event. Let us see question number 25. Cohort study is a type of cohort study. किस type की होती है? तो B longitudinal study. Phase 2, let us see research steps and hypothesis formalism. So question number 26. The first step in formulating a research process is, सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे? ऑप्शन बी आइडेंटिफिकेशन एंड फॉर्मुलेशन ऑफ द रिसर्च प्रॉब्लम. क्वेश्चन नंबर 27. अ टेंटेटिव proposition or statement that can be tested empirically is called, it is hypothesis. Now a null hypothesis is denoted by, किसके थ्रू डिनोट करते हैं? एच नॉट के थ्रू. null hypothesis को if a researcher reject the null hypothesis when it is actually true, they commit, that means what? It is a type 1 error. A option is correct. टाइप सेकेंड एरर अकर्स व्हेन. टाइप सेकेंड कब होती है? वी बी वाला वी एक्सेप्ट फेल टू रिजेक्ट एच नॉट व्हेन इट इज फॉल्स. 31. द लेवल ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस अल्फा इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ कमिटिंग व्हाट? टाइप 1 एरर. नेक्स्ट लेट अस सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 32. अ वेरिएबल दैट कैन बी मैनिपुलेटेड बाय द रिसर्चर इज कॉल्ड. ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट. इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल्स. Let us see question number 33. The variable that changes as a result of manipulating another variable is, this is option C, this is a dependent variable. Next, let us see question number 34. Variables that are not under study but may influence the outcomes of an experiment are called. Option C is the correct, है ना, extraneous variables. 35. A hypothesis that specify the direction of the expected relationship है ना is an, option B, directional hypothesis. Question number 36. Literature review is done primarily to, क्यों किया जाता है? B option. Gain background knowledge, identifies gaps and avoid duplication. 37. An operational definition explains a concept in terms of. ऑपरेशनल डेफिनेशन जो है कॉन्सेप्ट को किस टर्म्स में एक्सप्लेन करती है? तो सी ऑप्शन करेक्ट होगा. ऑब्जर्वेबल्स एंड मेजरेबल स्टेप्स ऑफ एक्शन. ऑप्शन सी. नाउ अ रिसर्च डिजाइन इज अ, दिस इज ऑप्शन बी, फ्रेमवर्क और ब्लू प्रिंट फॉर कंडक्टिंग द रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट. Now let us see question number 39. Which one of the following is not a characteristics of a good hypothesis? It must be highly complex and unresolved. ये इसकी प्रॉपर्टी नहीं है. ऑप्शंस. Next, let us see question number 40. A research question should be smart, है ना. What does M stands for? Smart में S का मतलब क्या होता है? B, this is a measurable. Okay, when researcher pre-tested a research instruments on a small scale before the actual study, it is called, क्या कहते हैं इसको? It is pilot study, PILOT study. The process of breaking a broad structured topic down into actionable sub-questionable is called, this is problem deconstruction and problem formulation, you can say it. A parameter is a characteristics of B, a population. Let us see question number 44. A statistic is a characteristics of B, a sample. Now, which of the following is a non-manipulable independent variable? Age of participant. Age of participant. The blueprint that guides data collection and analysis under a control environment is called, B is the correct, experimental design. In research, a construct refers to, option B, a deliberated conscious है ना abstraction or concept created for a specific purpose. 48, triangulation in research means option B, using multi methods data sources or theories to study the same phenomenon. 49, replicability in research ensures option B, the other researchers can repeat the study using the same method and get similar result. This is the option B beta. Question number 50, the ultimate objective of formal academic research is to, this is what, add new knowledge to the existing body of literature. Option B is correct. Phase 3, let us see sampling and data collection framework. 51, which one of the following is the probability sampling method? This is a C, है ना, stratified random sampling. 52, in which sampling method does every number of population have an equal independent chance of being selected? Option B, simple random sampling. Let us see 53, snowball sampling is exactly used when? Option B, the target population is hidden too hard to reach. Let us see 54, dividing the population into homogeneous subgroups and then drawing samples from each subgroup randomly is called B, stratified random sampling. 55, a cluster sampling, the cluster chosen should ideally be, the option B is correct, heterogeneous within the homogeneous between clusters. 56, choosing every kth individual from a population list is known as, option B, systematic sampling. 57, non-probability sampling methods are preferred when? Option B, the researchers wants to save time cost and is doing exploratory or qualitative work. Now let us say 58, a researcher selected 50 male 50 female participants based on convenience to reflect the gender ratio of a college. This is the quota sampling, B. 59, which one of the following is primary source of data collection? We already know, the personal interview conducted by the researcher. 60, a questionnaire that allows respondent to answer in their own words is called, answer B, open-ended questionnaire. The Likert scale is typically a, option B, 5-point or 7-point rating scale measuring agreement level. 62, a data collection tool measures that is consistently purpose to measure. It is said to have a high, option B, validity. Next, let us see question number 63. Reliability of a research instrument refers to, option B, consistency and stability over repeated trials. Now, can instrument be highly reliable but invalid? Option B, yes, it can. It can give consistent wrong measurements. 65, inter-rear जो भी है reliability is used when two or more observers judges score the same behavior or response. 66, data that is arranged in distinct categories with no distinct order like blue, brown, green is measured on, the option A, nominal scale. An ordinal scale possesses the property of, option B, classification order ranking. Let us say 68 number MCQ, which scale of measurement has a true absolute 0 point? This is very easy, the ratio scale we say it. D option is correct. The temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit is an example of which scale? This is an interval scale. Now let us see, sampling error decreases with what? A, an increase in sample size. Direct observation without participating in the group's activities is called, option B, non-participant observations. A focus group discussion FGD typically involved a small group 6 to 12 interactive individuals discussed under a moderator. Now 73, a primary limitation of a secondary data. We all know it may not precisely fit the current research context or objectives. Deliberate manipulation of data to achieve a desirable statistical result is called the data falsification or cooking. B option. 75, which type of validity ensure that the item in a test are fully representative or the entire domain being accessed? The option C, content validity. Phase 4 data analysis, matrix scale, reporting, and ethics. Which one of the following is a measure of central tendency? We all know this. C is a mod. Now, the measure of dispersion that shows the spread of data around the mean is, we all know, the standard deviation B. Now, parametric test assumes that, we all know, B, the data follows a normal distribution. 79. Which of the following is a non-parametric test? We all know this is a chi-square test. Chi-square test is a non-parametric test. Okay, to compare the means of two independent groups, which test is appropriate? There is an independent test, independent samples t test. ANOVA is used to test the significance of difference among the means of more than two groups. The value of Pearson's correction correlation coefficient R ranges between -1 to +1. 83, let us see 83, a distribution is perfectly symmetrical and bell shaped, then option C, mean equal to median equal to mod. Plagiarism in research means, okay, representing someone else's work, word or ideas and one's owns without credit. 85, using your own previously published test or data without paper citation in a new paper is called B, self plagiarism or the duplicate publication. 86, informed consent in research ethics guarantees that, option B, participants are fully aware of the research purpose, risk, and voluntarily agree to participate. 87, APA, MLA, and Chicago are popular style of formatting reference and citations. Now 88, in an APA style reference list, the year of population is written, option B, in parentheses immediately after the author name. 89, what does the term IBID? IBID means in footnotes. Okay, this means in the same place, referring to the same source cited immediately above. This is actually option A is correct. An abstract is a, abstract क्या है? B, comprehensive summary of research paper detailing its purpose, method, research and conclusion. 91, the primary purpose of seminar or conference presentation in research is to, option B, share primarily findings, get peer feedback and network. Shifting from data collection to structured research paper format requires an academic outline. The standard structure is commonly known as, क्या कहते हैं इसको? B, IMRAD, introduction, method, result and conclusion. 93, which one of the following software tools is explicitly designed for reference management? We all know this is a Mendeley or the Zotero. Now NVO and Atlas T are software application utilized primarily for what? B, for the qualitative data analysis. Now 95, a research paper published in a peer-reviewed journal means it has been evaluated and scrutinized by independent expert in the same field before publication. Option B is the correct. 96, the impact factor of a journal is measured of, option B, the average number of citations received by article published in that journals. 97, the concept of H index measure both what? Productivity and citation impact of a researcher publication. Option B is the correct option. 98, research ethics do not formally demand what? Compulsory selection of statistically significant positive result only. This option C is the correct option. 99, a short update or addendum added to a paper after it is printed to correct a significant error is known as, option B is the correct, erratum or correctum. 100, the final stage of PhD research journey where the candidate verbally defended their thesis in front of an expert panel is called viva voce, yeah, thesis defense. Thank you everyone, I hope you will like it. Please rate it for your paper first UGC NET. Thank you everyone.